I hate the word nice now because that's what everybody used to call me. So nice.
School is one place that gives you the most trauma and most comfort at the same time. Like it's a perfect balance.
So what losing taught me, winning never could. That's why I want to dedicate this award to all my losses.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Listen Up with Sim and Isha, where we dive into real conversations about life, personal growth, and everything in between. Today, we have an exciting episode lined up for you, so turn up the volume and listen up. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Listen Up with Sim and Isha. Well, I think Simran and me were discussing just before this call कि Instagram ने हमारे को कितनी ज़्यादा घेर लिया पूरी तरह से. But there's a good that comes out of it because we both actually came across a reel that we really liked, and we felt that this really resonates with both of us and something we should talk about in the podcast. So anybody who's listening, Radhi is a creator. She is someone who posts very relevant stuff. And one of the reels, she was saying what are the awards she gives herself that are not actually awards, but she tends to give herself. And so we thought that we should talk about all the things that we're trying to achieve in our life, the unattainable awards that we try to give ourselves. और जब वो नहीं मिलते हैं, we become sad or we become like angry on ourselves and we become frustrated for no reason. So Simran, let's talk about what are the awards we have personally tried to give ourselves जो exist भी नहीं करते. What is one thing that you feel that you tried to do again and again?
Oh God, like if I had a time machine and went back and told myself that please stop trying to win these awards which do not exist. You know, that's the one thing I would tell myself, my younger 10-year-old, 15-year-old version of myself, because I think I was so obsessed with, earning these kind of medals or badges of honor that, oh, you are this person now. So one such award I used to think that exists is Miss Popular. And I think I constantly tried to be Miss Popular. And I don't mean the girl who's trying to, be trendy or cool or don't give a damn. No, I mean the girl who wants to be constantly liked by everyone. And there was a point where people literally actually came in school used to be like, oh yeah, you're so nice. You're so nice. Like, I hate the word nice now because that's what everybody used to call me. So nice. She's such a nice girl. She's such a sweet girl. Like, everybody likes her. Everybody likes her. And then that becomes your language, that everybody likes you. So you need to be
Everybody has
a
to like you.
person. And for me to learn that you don't need to be liked or be okay with the fact when somebody didn't like you. Oh my God, when somebody didn't like me, I was just like dying and killing myself.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like, I felt so bad that am I such a horrible person that what have I done to this person for them to not like me, And I was shattered. I couldn't handle the fact that somebody didn't like me. And I was just like, what is wrong with me that like I need to be liked by everyone? What is this undying stupid need to be Miss Popular? Yeah.
No, but ठीक है ना, this is something that you were accustomed to. Let's see, जब हमारे दिमाग में validation एक word भी exist नहीं करता था, let's see it like that. तब हमें validation इस बात से मिलने लग पड़ी थी subconsciously कि everybody likes us, everybody is calling me nice. But eventually you started feeling कि यार this is just a facade, a big facade जो मेरे आसपास create हो चुका है. Somehow मैंने एक बहुत ही गलत thought से अपनी validation जोड़ लिया and eventually you grow out of that school because school is one place that gives you the most trauma and most comfort at the same time. Like it's a perfect balance.
Yeah, exactly.
So उस जगह से create हो जाता है and but still I think we can understand that likability is something that is very subjective because we also have as people evolved and understood that हम किसी को एक certain point of time पे like करते हैं, certain amount का like करते हैं और sometimes or over the time वो चीज़ fade out हो जाती है. So it's not something that's wrong with the person, it's something that the other person is evolved to. And I think वो जो evolving वाली चीज़ है मुझे अब समझ में आ रही है and I think आपको भी. पर it's not something that we can stick our validation to anymore. I don't think because school से मुझे याद आ रहा है कि मैं भी एक बहुत ही hyper independent. So Little Miss Hyper Independent was my thing in school. I was always the one who never used to ask for help. So मेरे दिमाग में ये आता था कि यार I can do everything. And since I was an overachiever, a performer, like academic performer. तो मेरे दिमाग में होता था I can do everything. Teacher's pet. I was that girl. जिसको हर teacher responsibility देती है. Like मैं used to proudly tell my parents कि ये बहुत responsible बच्चा है. And then there came a time when I started feeling कि अब मैं बहुत responsible बच्चा हूँ. But eventually I realized कि मेरी भी कुछ capabilities हैं. We start giving ourselves this award क्योंकि हम circumstances पे जो circumstances से हम निकल रहे होते हैं उन circumstances से हम अपने आप के लिए वो awards create कर लेते हैं और वो circumstances तो बदल जाते हैं पर हम उस thought को नहीं छोड़ पाते उस award को दोबारा जीतने की या I just want to be praised about it. आज भी मतलब कहीं ना कहीं if somebody is calling me responsible, I would not say कि completely I've healed from it, but yeah, like if somebody is calling me irresponsible, that'll be a trigger. Okay, I never, I still can't take it. But फिर मेरे लिए हो जाता है कि नहीं यार ठीक है, irresponsible मैं नहीं हूँ, मुझे भी पता है I'm not that person. But यहाँ पर मेरी capability नहीं है. This is not something that I can do on this category. या अब मुझे पता चल गया कि मैं वहीं तक deliver कर सकती हूँ जहाँ मेरी capability है. So maybe it's a learning curve. जो हम अपने आप को ना ये avoids में तभी हम लोग इस चीज़ से एक point के बाद मुझे लगता है what everybody should do, ये जो तुमने अपने दिमाग में अपने लिए barriers set कर रखे हुए हैं, इसको break करने के लिए you sometimes have to act the complete opposite and then you have to feel okay with it. Like it's a very controversial thought, but सोच के देखो, if in my physical being I'm okay with acting the opposite of what I'm trying to always achieve, other people expect of me, तो फिर मतलब I'll be okay in myself ना. I know it's a little controversial, but it makes sense in my head. हर चीज़ का
you have to tip over to find your balance.
Yeah.
If you're always playing in the safe zone, then you don't really know where the boundary is, And I feel like once you tip over, then like you said, like you had this hyper independence that you were always the person who always took care of everyone and yourself and didn't need anyone. You were the responsible, mature one, all of these things. That makes it so hard to ask for help. Like I've literally had friends tell me that I didn't know you were going through all this. Why didn't you just ask? Why didn't you just help? I said, why don't you understand? It is hard for me to even open my mouth and say, hey, I'm drowning, please help. It's so hard for me. Now obviously I've grown and I think we've both evolved and we are learning that it's okay to ask for help. But growing up, I could have like Mount Everest falling on me and I would still never ever tell a soul that I was suffering.
Ask for help, yeah.
Because that was the conditioning.
No, I feel that. ये तो मैंने भी exactly. I think it's also the eldest daughter thing that we relate to a lot. कि यार you have to take it all on yourself. All on yourself करते you become so exhausted and tired कि you forget कि भाई who is taking care of you. फिर एक बारी वो होता है कि you have to break completely. Rather than reaching that position, I think the sooner you realize, the better it would be for everybody who's listening.
Yeah, for sure.
That reminds me, I've also won more award that I try to give myself. Little Miss Perfect in the sense that she's never gonna fail at anything. Now, how is that possible? How is that even possible? Like I had, again, started from school, all the achievements like piled up in my head and I had this idea here, I am always been good at this. How can I fail? Or I'll tell you this, engineering ka entrance exam, the first year I gave, I did not flunk, but like it was the lowest score of my life. And the kind of I expected out of myself, I did not reach that level. And it was a big setback for me. And even my parents felt it कि यार इसको हज़म ही नहीं हो रहा कि ये fail हो गई है किसी चीज़ में. Academic झटके ने तो और ज़्यादा मुझे hit किया था क्योंकि वो मेरे दिमाग में ज़्यादा बड़ा हुआ था. But I think failure and what I've learned out of this, क्योंकि one thing Simran, mama, papa, everybody around you can support you to a certain extent, but निकलना खुद ही पड़ता है. अपने आप को self talk खुद ही करनी पड़ती है. अपने आप को दोबारा से इतना खड़ा करना कि काम करना शुरू दोबारा कर पाओ, वो खुद ही करना पड़ता है. So that was like a struggle for me. एक बारी तो I became very sad, and one of my friends, very good friends at that time, I remember he called my mom and said कि आंटी प्लीज उसका ध्यान रखना, उसने कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया, वो बहुत रो रही होगी, she must be very sad, and I was devastated. But all changes with time. I think college ने तो बहुत लेसन सिखा दिए. कॉलेज में तो सबकी सप्ली आती है, कॉलेज में तो सब उस चीज से निकलते हैं. But it took me a time to grasp that, and it was hard for me. मेरे फ्रेंड्स को आसपास समझ ही नहीं आता था कि तेरे लिए इतना क्यों, it's a big thing, but it was never failing at anything, like never asking for help. It's all intermixed, but yeah, it was also, I think these two things that started at a very young age became some awards that I'm always trying to attain. And then I finally had to understand that you have to come to the other side, feel the pain, and then you'll stop pushing yourself that hard. अब if I'm in the need to help, ask for, like in the zone कि मुझे help चाहिए, मुझे अब ऐसा लगता है कि it's better if I ask for help. It'll be a better outcome. मैं अब इस तरह से सोचने लगती हूँ. Like I've changed my mindset that way. कि you know hyper independence से let's go and ask someone for help. हो सकता है जो मैं सोच रही हूँ उससे ज़्यादा better हो पाए. दूसरी चीज अपने अंदर थोड़ी सी गलतियां नोटिस करनी शुरू कर दी हैं. सो मे बी दैट इज समथिंग यू नो दैट इज वर्कड फॉर मी ऑल्सो नाउ कि मुझे अब दिखता है कि यार आई एम नॉट दैट. ये स्किल्स है, एक एक करके बन रही हैं. तो किसी में कोई ज्यादा होगी, किसी में कोई ज्यादा होगी, ये भी तो रिकॉग्नाइज करना जरूरी है ना. तो दैट्स हाउ आई स्टार्टेड वर्क अराउंड these both these unattainable awards that I have had in my head. Do you have anything else that you went through? Anything that comes to your mind?
I think for like me, like as you were talking, like I remember there was this award function, and I remember watching this as a. I like to watch, you know, snippets of interviews and people who won awards and stuff like that. I love like compilations on YouTube. I watch that sometimes for motivation. And there was this F1 driver. He's a legend. I forgot his name. I'm really sorry. But he basically won a lifetime achievement award. And when he was on stage and thanking, he was like, I want to dedicate this award to all my losses and all the losers in the audience.
Oh, wow.
I want to dedicate this award to all my losses because what losing taught me and winning never could teach me.
Winning never could.
Exactly. So what losing taught me, winning never could. That's why I want to dedicate this award to all my losses. So I feel like people forget the power of failure. And I and you, people like you and me who are high achievers, the top 1% that we try to be, I know for a fact losing and failing is very hard, but I think it's very important to not try to be
Very
perfect.
important.
You are not going to be perfect. You can try your level best. You're never going to be perfect. That because perfect is an illusion. It doesn't exist, right?
It doesn't exist, yeah.
It doesn't exist.
I agree with you. It doesn't exist. It's just the idea in your head कि यार I think हम लोग अपने आप को ना इस तरह से push करते रहते हैं कि मेरे को लगता है ये मोटिवेशन फैक्टर था इनिशियली कि हमारे लिए इनिशियली दिस वाज अ मोटिवेशन फैक्टर. बट वो कब लाइन क्रॉस हो जाती है एंड इट ओवरपावर्स योर ब्रेन एंड यू बिकम लाइक यू स्टार्ट चेजिंग समथिंग दैट डजंट एग्जिस्ट. तो जब कुछ एग्जिस्ट ही नहीं कर रहा, देयर इज नॉट लाइक देयर इज नो एंड ऑफ दिस जर्नी, देयर इज नो एंड गोल टू दिस, देन हाउ विल यू एवर रीच इट? इसका मतलब यू विल नेवर बी हैप्पी बिकॉज अगेन इन आवर हेड हम तब तक खुश नहीं होते बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ अस डोंट एंजॉय द जर्नी, वी एंजॉय द रिजल्ट. So हम तब तक खुश नहीं होंगे जब तक हमें रिजल्ट नहीं मिलेगा. It's with gym, it's with everything around us, it's with starting a podcast, it's with everything. कि इतना नहीं होगा तब तक we'll not be happy. But I think what I have felt now is taking pleasure in the journey of every goal that I've ever had. I think the actual fun and the actual understanding is in the fact that you have to enjoy the journey now instead of reaching a certain goal. And once you start doing that, I think this अनरीजनेबल अवार्ड्स जो आपने अपने दिमाग में क्रिएट कर लिए हैं उनको आप छोड़ दोगे, उनको साइड बाय साइड आप उनको छोड़ते जाओगे.
My biggest memory, I mean, a very core memory for me is I was planning to give my 10th, we have our boards, right? And if you are from India, if you're listening in in Bombay, especially where I come from, we have our 10th board exam, which is like one of the most important exams you give of your schooling, because that decides, you know, which college you're going to get into, blah, blah, blah. So when I was sitting for these exams, we had the prelims, which was the paper before the board exams. And I had been an ace student in the sense that I had never had any problems in my work. I had always been, you know, getting good marks. I will never forget the day of my prelims exam, I refused to get out of my house. And my mom didn't know what to do. She was just like, why? Like, what is up with you? Like, go to school, give the exam, you're prepared, you've studied all the year. I was convinced that I was going to fail. I was convinced that, even though there was no sign of me failing before, but I was convinced I was going to fail. I was convinced I will, you know, do horrible at this exam. I don't want to give this exam. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to, you know, I just want to like not study, not give my boards and just leave schooling. And I literally, like for 1 hour, my mom had to push me, convince me, you know. she had to push me, convince me, show me different things, and explain to me. And she sat with me, and I really appreciate her doing that, because then I finally made it to the exam. I gave the exam. The exam was fine.
Wow.
I did not fail or anything like that. But the demon in my head was so big at that point, because I was constantly living in this place called burnt out, right? And I had been such a workaholic that 2 years I killed myself to get the results I wanted. That before I actually crossed the finish line, I was already burnt out.
Wow.
I was burnt
I can
out.
imagine.
That
Yeah,
day,
yeah,
when
I hear that.
it's not that I was not ready, it was not that I was not prepared, anything like that. It was I had reached saturation point and I was done. So
Pushed yourself too hard.
exactly. So even that is something which I know is an award I used to love having, which is Little Miss Workaholic. And this is something which I still often struggle with, because you will always see me, like even when I'm on vacation, when I'm out or anything, I'll have my laptop. I run my own business. So a lot of times work comes calling to me at odd hours. Things happen and I have to like kind of, get into it and fix things.
Respond. Yeah.
And I have to remind myself that, being productive all the time does not mean that you are worthy of achieving things. I had to tell myself it's okay, you could be resting on a bed or be on a beach in Thailand and things will still work for you. But and this is a big step for people like, you and me, or like people who are listening who connect to this, because a huge part of this is your manifestation energy. And that happens when you let go of the control of having to work hard. It is ingrained in our soul, especially as Indians growing up, that if you work hard, you will be successful. And I think this is the
definitely.
biggest lie that society teaches us.
No, that's true. You know what? That reminds me something that happened like 3 days ago with me. A friend called me out on it. So I was talking to a friend and he just asked me, Isha, how was your day? And I just said, okay, it was not very productive.
Yeah.
That's what I responded. And he was like, okay, before we talk about anything else, let me tell you, for the last 6-7 days, whenever we've spoken, every time I ask you, how was your day? You either say it was productive or you say it was not. And you really need to, he told me that even if you had rest today, you really need to broaden the horizon of definition you have in your head as productive.
Yes.
It's not just work. It's not just whatever you're working on. It's not just that. Maybe taking rest, taking care of your body that day is productive. Going out with a friend who we've never caught up with for a long time is productive.
Yeah.
So maybe we all collectively need to, start broadening the definition of productive in our head.
Yes, I agree. And rest is also productive. Taking time for yourself is productive, because otherwise you're not going to, life is long. It's not just that exam or that job or that marriage. There is so much more, that you have to live your life.
I know that.
I think this conversation has gone to different tangents now, but
yes.
But yeah.
No, but I think lately, Simran, the episodes that we've been recording in the past few weeks, I think they're coming from the heart.
Yeah.
There's something we really resonate with, and I think our audience, if they are listening and they are connecting with us, thank you so much for appreciating these kind of episodes also. Because I feel both of us have been, coming very upfront about our journeys and our struggles and everything that we've been through. And maybe it'll help someone out there. That's always the idea.
Absolutely. And yeah, I hope if y'all are listening, if there is any awards that you're trying to win, which don't exist,
yes,
tell us in the comments. We'd love to know what are these awards that you're trying to win. And I think it's time for you to stop trying to win them, because they don't exist. So yeah.
They don't exist.
For sure.
Definitely.
Great.
Well, on that note, we come to the end of this episode, and we will see you guys in the next episode. We again have a lot of exciting things planned for you in the month of May, so keep a lookout for that. Until then, keep listening.
Keep listening. Bye. That's a wrap for today's episode of Listen Up with Sim and Isha. Hope you enjoyed the conversation, and make sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay tuned and listen up.